Welcome to Marvelous French, in-depth French lessons for students of all levels. In today's lesson, we're going to cover French colors. First, let's take a look at some footage I put together showcasing various colors. Rouge, rouge, orange, orange, jaune, jaune, vert, vert, bleu, bleu, violet, violet, blanc, blanc, noir, noir, gris, gris, rose, rose, marron, marron. Now let's take a closer look at the colors. First off, the word for color in French is couleur, feminine, la couleur. So colors plural is les couleurs. And here again are the major couleurs in French. Red, rouge, orange, orange, yellow, jaune, green, vert, blue, bleu, purple, violet, white, blanc, black, noir, gray, gris, pink, rose, brown, marron. Now you know that a marvelous French lesson would not be complete without plenty of notes and exceptions. So here we go. Colors are often used as adjectives, that is, words that describe nouns. Other adjectives include words such as big, small, tall, etc. As with most adjectives in French, colors come after the nouns they modify. So, for example, a red book is un livre rouge, or literally a book red, and not un rouge livre. Colors, and most other adjectives, also agree with the nouns they modify in gender and number. This means that they have feminine and plural forms. For example, the green pen would be le stylo vert. Pen, le stylo, is masculine, so vert remains masculine, V-E-R-T. The green cars, however, would be les voitures vertes. Because cars, voiture, is feminine and plural, we use the feminine plural form of green, which is verte, V-E-R-T-E-S. There are two notable exceptions. The adjectives orange and brown, orange and marron, are what's called invariable. They remain the same regardless of the gender or number of the nouns they modify. So, for example, the orange plates is les assiettes oranges. Even though plates, assiette, is feminine plural, the word orange stays the same. We see the same thing with marron, brown. The brown gloves is les gants marrons. Even though gloves, gants, is masculine plural, marron remains the same, M-A-R-R-O-N. So we just said that with the exception of orange and brown, colors agree in gender and number with the nouns they modify. In order to make a color feminine, you add the letter E. For example, blue is bleu, B-L-E-U. A blue spoon, however, is une cuillère bleue, B-L-E-U-E. Because cuillère, spoon, is feminine, we add an E to bleu. You may notice that the added E is silent. It doesn't tend to change the pronunciation of most words. However, if the color ends in a consonant, you will hear a difference when it's made feminine, because the previously silent consonant is pronounced when followed by a vowel. So for example, green is vert, V-E-R-T. The feminine form is V-E-R-T-E, which is pronounced verte. Masculine vert, feminine verte. Same thing with gray, which is gris. The feminine form is G-R-I-S-E, pronounced grise. Masculine gris, feminine grise. Colors that already end in E, such as rouge, jaune, and rose, remain the same in the feminine. So for example, a red glass is un verre rouge, masculine, R-O-U-G-E. A red table is une table rouge. Table, table, is feminine, but rouge remains the same as it already ends in an E. R-O-U-G-E. White and purple have irregular feminine forms. White, blanc, B-L-A-N-C, becomes blanche, B-L-A-N-C-H-E, with an H-E in the feminine. Purple, violet, becomes violette, V-I-O-L-E-T-T-E, with a double T-E in the feminine. So the white house is la maison blanche, and a purple flower is une fleur violette. As we already mentioned, orange and brown, orange and marron, are invariable, so they don't change. An orange drink is une boisson orange. A brown cup is une tasse marron. In order to make a color plural, you add an S. So the blue hats is les chapeaux bleus, with an S added to bleu, B-L-E-U-S. Again, you may notice that the S is silent. It doesn't change the pronunciation of the color. Colors that already end in S, such as gray, gris, remain the same in the plural. So a gray cat is un chat gris, G-R-I-S. Plural, the gray cat is les chats gris. Gris remains the same as it already ends in S, G-R-I-S, gris. Once again, orange and brown, orange, and marron don't change in the plural as they're invariable. So the orange notebooks is les cahiers orange, with no change to orange. The brown boots is les bottes marron, with no change to marron. Here's a look at the masculine, feminine, and plural forms of the colors. Note that the feminine plural forms have both an added E to make them feminine and the S to make them plural, such as green, verte, V-E-R-T-E-S. So if we go down the list, we have red, rouge in the masculine and feminine, with an S in the plural. Orange, invariable, always orange. Yellow, jaune in the masculine and feminine, and with an S in the plural. Green, vert in the masculine and verte in the feminine, with an S in the plural. Masculine plural vert, feminine plural verte. Blue, bleu with an E for the feminine and an S in the plural. Purple, violet, masculine, violette, feminine, with an S in the plural. Masculine plural violet, feminine plural violette. White, blanc, masculine, blanche, feminine, with an S in the plural. Masculine plural blanc, feminine plural blanche. Black, noir, with an E for the feminine and an S for the plural. Gray, gris in the masculine and grise in the feminine, with no change in the masculine plural, as it already ends in an S. Gris, and an ES in the feminine plural, grise. Pink, rose in the masculine and feminine, with an S in the plural. And finally brown, marron, which is invariable, like orange, and doesn't change. Marron. A few more notes regarding les couleurs. colors can be modified to create compound adjectives, which are invariable. So, for example, we have the words for light and dark, clair and foncé respectively. They come after the colors. A light blue car is une voiture bleu clair. Even though the word for car, voiture, is feminine, we don't add an E to bleu or clair. They're invariable. Same thing with dark, foncé. A dark gray car is une voiture gris foncé, with no change to gris or foncé, even though voiture, car, is feminine. We can also make compound colors, such as sky blue or blue-green. These also remain invariable. So, a sky blue skirt is une jupe bleu ciel. Ciel meaning sky. Jupe, skirt, is feminine, but notice that there's no change to bleu or ciel. A blue-green dress is une robe bleu vert. Robe, skirt, is also feminine, but there's no change to bleu or vert. Lemon yellow shirts, if you can imagine that, would be les chemises jaune citron. Citron meaning lemon. Chemise, shirts, is feminine plural, but there's no change to jaune or citron. We can also use color to talk about hair. Just as in English, there are special terms for hair color in French. For example, the word for blonde is the same in English and French. Blond, B-L-O-N-D. As with most adjectives, we have feminine and plural forms. The feminine form of blonde with an added E is blonde. The masculine plural form has a silent S, blond, and the feminine plural form has an E and an S, blonde. We also have brun, which is the masculine word for dark-haired or brown-haired. Brunette, feminine, with an E is brune. Masculine plural with an S is brun, and feminine plural with an ES is brune. Roux is the masculine word for red-haired or red-headed. The feminine form is irregular, rousse, R-O-U-S-S-E. The masculine plural form is the same as the masculine singular, R-O-U-X, roux. The feminine plural form is rousse, R-O-U-S-S-E-S. Note that the words for Russian and the feminine forms of red-headed sound similar. We said the feminine form of red-headed is rousse. Russian, masculine or feminine, is R-U-S-S-E, pronounced russe. Red-haired has the OO sound coming from the stomach and throat, rousse, versus the pinched U sound in russe coming from the nose, russe. Rousse, red-haired, russe, Russian. As is the case in English, these words describing hair color can be used as adjectives to describe people or hair. They can also be used as nouns to refer directly to a person. So, for example, we can say a blonde woman, une femme blonde. We can also refer to her using the noun, une blonde, where blonde means a blonde person. Les bruns, the noun, refers to brown-haired or dark-haired people. We can also use these words as adjectives with the word for hair, which is les cheveux. So, les cheveux roux means red hair. Also note that hair is plural in French, les cheveux. Also, as with body parts in general, we tend to use the word avoir, to have, with a definite article, the, les. So, for example, if we want to say he has red hair, we'll say il a les cheveux roux. Literally, he has the red hair, and not ses cheveux sont roux. His hair is red. So far, we've mainly focused on colors as adjectives, used to describe nouns as in le livre rouge, the red book. But colors can also be nouns, as in the color red. In that case, they're masculine and used with the masculine form of the, le. So the color red is le rouge, as in, I like the color red, j'aime le rouge. Purple is my favorite color would be le violet est ma couleur préférée. Speaking of favorite colors, why don't we practice a little? Feel free to answer this question out loud or in the comment section below. Quelle est votre couleur préférée? What's your favorite color? Your answer will be ma couleur préférée est le, followed by the color. So, for example, ma couleur préférée est le violet. My favorite color is purple. Quelle est votre couleur préférée? And that concludes our lesson on colors. In the meantime, if you found this video helpful, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until then, à la prochaine. See you next time.